Hi, my name is Clara, and I am here to make you wealthier. You know that feeling when you're watching a finance video and your brain just checks out? Too much jargon, too many complicated formulas, or worse, some sketchy, get-rich-quick scheme that sounds like a lottery ticket with extra steps. I'm Clara, and for the last 23 years, I've been inside the walls of investment banking and accounting. Not as a talking head on TV, but as someone who actually watched how wealthy people move their money. Here's what I noticed that surprised me. I follow a lot of finance content, and I kept seeing these really cool, personality-driven videos popping up in my feed. But after a while, something clicked. Every single voice was male. Am I the only one who sees that? It's like the algorithm decided that only guys want to talk about compound interest and asset allocation. I realized I wanted to be a voice in this space for anyone who's looking for a different perspective, because we deserve a seat at the table too. Now, let me be real with you. I'm using AI to create these videos because, believe it or not, after 23 years in high-pressure boardrooms, I'm still camera shy. Ironic, right? But just because I'm not ready to show my face yet doesn't mean I don't have 23 years of knowledge packed into my head. And I'm genuinely excited to share it with you. So, what's my angle? When I look back at my banking career, one thing stands out. There's a massive gap in financial education. And it's costing regular people hundreds of thousands of dollars. Think about it. We spent years in school memorizing that the mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell. But nobody sat us down and explained why paying off a loan can actually make your credit score drop. We hand 18-year-olds student loan paperwork worth more than a car, without teaching them what interest even means, or what happens if they default. It's like handing someone the keys to a race car after they've only ever ridden a bike. I started this channel because I believe financial literacy shouldn't be reserved for the elite. It should be as basic as learning to read. Most finance channels go one of two ways. They obsess over tiny stuff like skipping your morning coffee. Or they chase hype, crypto, meme stocks, whatever's trending this week. Saving $4 a day is fine, but that advice completely misses the real problem. The real problem is that we've been conditioned to believe spending equals progress, and that convenience equals success. My goal is simple. Take the high-level strategies I learned in banking and break them down into systems that actually fit your real life. We're going to focus on fundamentals, the simple math that moves the needle, getting your housing costs right, building a wealth engine that runs while you sleep. Here's a truth I've seen play out over and over. I've watched people who make $200,000 be completely broke, and I've watched people who make $40,000 build serious wealth because they make smarter choices. It's not about how much hits your bank account. It's about what happens to that money once it gets there. Wealth isn't about luck. It's about consistency, showing up, doing the boring stuff month after month, while everyone else chases shortcuts. On this channel, we're going to talk about the quietly broke trap, where looking successful becomes more important than being successful, moving from being a saver to being a capital owner, why keeping all your cash in the bank might actually be a slow-motion mistake, and yeah, why driving a boring old car might be one of the smartest financial moves you'll ever make. Status doesn't pay your mortgage. Look, I'll be honest, this AI journey is a learning curve. It's slow at first. I make mistakes. But it reminds me a lot of building wealth. You start messy, you learn, and over time it compounds. I'm just someone with 23 years of experience who wants to share what I've learned. So you can stop playing defense with your money and start playing offense. Your future self is counting on the choices you make right now. I'm here to make sure you have a clear roadmap. If you're ready to stop letting the system keep you broke and start building the wealth you actually deserve, come along for the ride. I'll see you in the first real video.